bestbookbits.com brings you the book summary of Built, Not Born, a self-made billionaire's no-nonsense guide for entrepreneurs by Tom Golisano. Self-made billionaire and Paychex founder Tom Golisano understands the fears, risks, and challenges small business owners face every day. He has launched and grown his own highly successful business and mentored dozens of entrepreneurs, helping them build their own fruitful companies. Golisano knows how nervous aspiring business owners are about the risks of entrepreneurship. Now, he's sharing the startup to exit secrets to success and how he turned $3,000 into $28 billion. Built Not Born shows you how going against the grain can be a great strategy for finding business opportunities and why it pays to question conventional wisdom. Why the pregnant pause can be an effective weapon in negotiations and when interviewing potential employees. Why a prenuptial or even post-nuptial agreement is critical to any business owner. What potential buyers and funding sources look for, and the best way to present a business plan. And finally, the key growth and leadership strategies that have helped Paychex sustain its incredible level of growth and profitability. Built Not Born provides a direct and practical approach on how to overcome everyday challenges. This essential handbook is a key resource for current and aspiring entrepreneurs on how to start, grow, and operate a successful business. Before we start this summary, we at Best Book Bits have done over 1,000 summaries in video and audio format, so check out the website bestbookbits.com, watch us on YouTube, and listen to us on Podbean. On with the summary. Question everything. The most successful entrepreneurs look at how business operate, study internal process, team dynamics, relationships, and the mistakes people make. They're never satisfied with the way things are, just because they've always been that way. It's the same for you. Your entrepreneurial journey starts with questioning everything in existence. Entrepreneurship is risky, so is 9 to 5. Even if you're fortunate enough to land a stable job at a good company, you're always at the whim of a bad boss. On top of that, you can't sell a job or pass it along to your generations. Successful business, on the other hand, can warrant income and security even in your retirement days. Not only that, it can outlive you. Look for opportunities. If you've ever sat next to a food truck and counted the number of patrons purchasing food and then multiplied this by the average amount spent and then extrapolated what the business owner would earn in a typical lunch period, you're probably an entrepreneur. Natural entrepreneurs are curious, constantly questioning and challenging the status quo. Projections mean nothing without an action plan. Inflated numbers and unrealistic graphs mean nothing if you haven't done your homework and are unwilling to put in the action. Don't go for a fundraising pitch without 3 things. Executive summary. This is a 1 or 2 page summary of your business concept, the industry, your market, and the highlights of how your business will operate. The executive summary gives the investors a quick glimpse into what your business is about. Profit and loss statement, income statement. This is a 1-page assessment that gives investors insights into your financials. Human resources personnel. Investors want to know whether both you and your management team have product and market knowledge to achieve the returns they're looking for. Understand the financial statements. The balance sheet. A balance sheet is a snapshot of your business at a set moment in time. Your balance sheet shows your assets, cash, accounts receivable, inventory, prepaid expenses, furniture, equipment, etc., and liabilities, accounts payable, unpaid expenses, etc. If you take your assets and subtract your liabilities, you have your company's net worth. Your net worth contains the profits you've made and the money you or your shareholders have invested. This snapshot can be taken at any time. The profit and loss statement, also known as the income statement. This is a recap either a month, a quarter, or a year of all your revenues you brought into the company and all the expenses you incurred in maintaining your business. The difference between the two is either your profit or your loss. Cash flow spreadsheet or forecast. A cash flow forecast predicts the company's monthly revenue and expenses over a period of time, usually 12 months. It shows your monthly opening bank balance, revenues, expenses, and monthly closing balance. Revenue predictions are usually based on your sales forecast. A cash flow forecast is a useful tool for both monitoring your company's performance and for identifying cash requirements ahead of time. 6 key questions to ask before starting your venture. 1. Is your market large enough? 2. Can you make a decent profit margin? 3. Can your company deliver? 4. Is it short-lived or sustainable? 5. Do you have enough capital? And 6. Can you keep up with technological changes? Question 1. Is your market large enough? Many entrepreneurs tend to overestimate the market because optimism is built into their genes. Optimism, it turns out, is a double-edged sword. Optimism is a good trait for an entrepreneur that led them to thinking about taking a risk in the first place. But being overly optimistic leads to inflated revenue expectations which never materialize and gradually endanger the entire business. Question 2. Can you make a decent profit margin? One mistake some entrepreneurs make is failing to negotiate for lower cost and to find creative ways to increase production efficiency. Being resourceful on raw materials or other variable cost is a great way to increase your margins. Question 3. Can your company deliver? Before you commit, take a close look at every step of the value delivery process. Not only do you need to have suppliers and employees lined up, you also need a backup strategy should one of them let you down. Carry a detailed risk analysis by considering everything that could go wrong. Question number 4. Is it short-lived or sustainable? Gluten-free products were all but unheard of a few years ago, but take a look at them today. They're all big sellers occupying the shelves of almost every supermarket. Consumer products and services have a shelf life, some longer than others. Choose one with a longer shelf life. Question number 5. Do you have enough capital? You don't need to master the formulas. A decent calculator or app will do the job. Don't make the mistake of starting out undercapitalized. You can bootstrap a business, but you're reducing your chances of success significantly. Question 6. Can you keep up with technological change? Technology is constantly leapfrogging itself. If technology is the key driver of your business, you need to be aware of astounding changes in technology and both the benefits and downsides it entails. Objections are opportunities for growth. Objections hurt, but instead of taking it personal and feeling offended, take this as an opportunity to get better and train yourself to be ready next time. It sounds cliche, but preparation is key. Decide ahead of time how you will answer each and every concern a potential buyer might have. Use trial closes. We could start this service next week if you like, or we could deliver your order the week after. Will that work for you? This is a trial close in effect. The question encourages the buyer to raise any remaining objections about your product and helps to see if the buyer is close to making a decision. Silence is golden. Whether in an interview or a negotiation room, let the other person talk, and when they stop, don't say a word. Usually they will fill in the silence because most people are uncomfortable with it. Pay attention to what they say next. It might turn the whole interview into negative or positive territory. Tom calls this the pregnant pause. The pregnant pause is the most effective tool when interviewing or negotiating with people. What can you do if you're targeted with the pregnant pause? The best thing you can do is shut your mouth. Try to outlast the silence. It's tempting to fill the void, but if you don't and someone else does, you learn a lot of useful information. Let the silence hang, and more often than not, you will get the outcome you desire. Don't just watch, observe. Observe how people handle themselves throughout the interview. The conventional wisdom, hire for attitude and train for skill, holds true. Tom would pay attention to candidates' manners in an interview room. He would ask his assistant to bring in beverages for the candidate and observe whether they display common courtesy by saying thank you. After the interview, he watches to see if they leave the glass for someone to clear away. Finally, do they push their chair back in? These small gestures of basic civility and respect can tell a lot about the candidate. Looking for a reference check. HR departments have been trained to lie or at least obfuscate the truth. Legally, they have to be careful about what information they can provide to you regarding an ex-employee. But there's a simple and effective question they can answer, and that is, would you rehire this person? Grow to stop negative energy from spreading. Many entrepreneurs and business owners ask Tom how they stop negative energy from taking hold in their company. When people are happy and busy, politics are reduced to a minimum. There's little time for backstabbing. When things are stagnant, people get stressed. They get too competitive to fight over a small pond of opportunities. Leadership boils down to 4 steps. 1. Create the vision. 2. Sell the vision. 3. Execute the vision. And 4. Monitor the results. Effective leaders can sell their vision so strongly to get honest and enthusiastic buy-in from the top management, who can sell the vision down to the line and get everyone behind the vision to execute. Remember, communication remains one of the biggest complaints put forward by employees. Leadership takes many forms, but in essence, you have to take a step back and put the needs of your company, customers, shareholders, and employees first. Learn to negotiate. There are many great books about the art of negotiation, but when you strip away the smoke and mirrors, it's simply about finding the sweet spot where both parties feel they're getting a good deal. Anything else is a fool's gold. Don't underestimate the power of a good name. When entrepreneurs can't think of a good name, they tend to use their name and attach an associates, which Tom suggests you to avoid. It doesn't sound as professional as you might think and can appear a little fake. Define your work-life balance. Work-life balance has become a big thing in business in recent years. There's no point being successful and having no one with whom to share your success. Find your sweet spot between working hard to build your business and providing the better standard of living for your family. And that's wrap on this book summary, Built Not Born. If you like the summary, check out our 1000 book summaries that we have previously done on bestbookbits.com. Watch us on YouTube and listen to us on Podbean. Thanks again for watching and listening. Have yourself an amazing day. Take care. Bye-bye now.